Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Exit the Kids game, Jungle of Riddles, is a fun little riddle game. It's going to be a lot. There's not just one mystery in here, one escape room. Instead, there's a whole bunch of different riddles. There's 6 different types you'll play each game, and inside of those 6, there are different ones you can have. And you can have a little key code, I guess, that you'll be spinning to get the answers of. Each of the 6 different riddles have to be answered in a little bit different way. Now, for adults, this game would be a simple breeze, but for kids, they really do have fun trying to find the animals that are missing on cards or could be added together in the cards or whatever the mystery may be that you have binoculars you'll be using inside of the game, and how we use those to find X animal. And if you find all the animals, you're able to win the game. Now, this escape room game does not use the trope of timer. So this game is about timers. Your little guys can figure this out. As long as it takes them and they're having fun and find the game interesting, they can keep playing through the mystery and trying to solve the riddles. And that's a good thing. That's a really good experience for them. They can have fun without the stress of time, and that will help people of different levels. If you want to put a timer on it, sure you can, but it's not in the game rules. Overall, the components are fine. They're a little bit on the cheap side, which is weird because they're not as disposable as some of the other Exit games. Then they could have been a little bit nicer. The game is okay. I find it to be one of my top 5 children Exit games. I think the Unlock ones are probably more popular in this house. But this one works fine if you're looking for some riddles and you like the idea of animals, your kid's really into animals or something. This may be just a game for them. Check this one out. Exit the Kids. Okay, here is Exit Kids Jungle of Riddles. This will be spoiler free, so don't worry. Everything you see will be what you will see when you open up the box. Very colorful little toucan on the front. We're going to get some rules, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. We're going to get this little spinny thing. And what this is going to do, this is going to put you different combinations of animals. This will be the little cheat sheet here you have of the animals and etc. you have through. You're going to have any number of little decoders, which really work as magnifying glasses and stuff, as you can see. And then you're going to get your cards. And these will be the different riddles that you're going to have in the game. Now, I have to tell you that the components are not very good. These are super thin. These treasure chests are super thin. Everything is not great here. And this is not going to hold up with kids without parents kind of looking at it and seeing how things go. Because this stuff is very, very thin. It's almost like they intend it to be disposable, and it's not. Each of the riddle cards will have different riddles you can find on there. You're trying to find what's not on there on some of these. Some of these will be the shadows, etc. None of this is spoilers. This is everything you'll have when the game first starts. Components are meh at best. Here's the main rule book. A little bit of a story there, not really. You have a QR code if you want to have the helper app, I suppose. A picture of the components over here and game setup, and then gameplay as you're going through it, how to solve the different riddles. If you're yes or no, and then the different riddle types that you're going to have on here. There's an answer key there, which I'm not going to show you, go through that, but no, there is answers for the parents. They can't figure something out, although I think it's very simple. Maybe you need 3, 4, 5 minutes to get through this, and you'll be up and running in no time. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to go over the main gist of it. So when you're getting a riddle, you're going to look at what type of riddle it is. So you're going to look at the back of the thing, and you'll look here, and you'll find the top hat. And that's how you'll do. Then you're going to try to line up 3 animals, whatever you think the answer to the riddle may be, and then you'll flip it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of randomize it so you don't know what's on the other side. If it has an X, it means you were wrong. And if you have a key, it means you were correct. And you would take a key and put it on top of a treasure chest. Doesn't matter which treasure chest. But at the end of the game, you'll flip these over and you kind of just see what you were able to obtain. Now, there are going to be multiples of each type of riddle. So here you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different top hat ones. You're going to use one of these per game for each type that you're going to have. So 1 orange, 1 yellow, 1 red, 1 purple, and 1 blue. So you have one of each type and the crescent one. Each of those, the riddles are going to be a little bit different that you're going to have. So it doesn't really matter. So some might be, find which animals are missing. Some might be connect the dots here on the map, and you'll utilize your map here to try to figure out the answer. Some of these might be, what shape is that? What animals are in this shape, in the shadow? And then you have the ones that might be to piece this together. And you're going to use different little viewfinders, if you will. And you can see here, sometimes you'll use a magnifying glass to look for things. Certain times you'll use a certain type of leaf. You might be looking through it, etc. It'll kind of direct you in there. So each of the different types will have a different type of riddle as you're going through. And once again, none of this is spoilers. This is all available to you when you first start to play the game. But that's a little bit of how you'll do it. So the main thing is you'll be utilizing here, getting your answers and checking on the back whether you're right or wrong. And that's kind of how you play Exit. Who should buy this game? If you have kids who are into escape room games, this could be really fun for them. After you play it once, they can kind of play on their own, and there is some replayability. You have 6 different riddles you'll do each turn, but each one of those has different options or riddles they can go through. So the 6 different riddles you play are all different types of riddles, and then you have a stack of cards that could be utilized or randomly inserted each time that you play. Very fun little experience. It's not our favorite escape room. That'd probably unlock kids, but this is one that you definitely can get. The components aren't fantastic, but they work just good enough to make the gaming experience enjoyable. This is one that we did have a good time with and one I can recommend. It's a keeper for us.